Hi everybody, welcome to Live Sessions. Today is Wednesday, and this week we have several people because there's lots of people releasing stuff. So I'm excited to have a lot of artists on this week. But first things first, if you haven't gotten your tickets to the show next Thursday, we're like 7 days out or something, 5 days out, 6 days out, I don't even know anymore, so close to going to the North Bend Theater show. It's called LMS Summer Showcase. So please, if you do, just go ahead and get tickets. If you do, we'll be so excited to see you because these guys deserve some love and some support. So be sure to get your tickets. If you have any questions, go ahead and DM me. Or you can message down here too while we're on the show. But I prefer you to email or DM me. But other than that, we are going to get right to it. Aaron of Narrow Pines is going to join us. So let's bring him on because he's been so patient. Sorry for being late, everybody. Hey!
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I'm
Good to
so
see you.
excited to see you. It's been so long.
I know.
So forever.
Yeah, it's been quite a while. Feels like
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah. How have you been doing?
I guess it's about as good as anyone can be doing, in the last year.
Yeah.
And all the craziness and absurdness and everything.
Yeah. Uh did it like help or hinder you as a musician? Some people it kind of did, some it didn't. Like they focused more and some people kind of strayed. Like how did it happen for you?
Yeah, I think ever since I've been playing music, really, I've toured all over the country. I've done all kinds of great touring and putting out records and all that kind of stuff, but I never really, I haven't yet had the opportunity to only be a musician, make a living as a musician. I always have some kind of like, extra job or day job or whatever.
Yeah.
So I always dreamed about that opportunity of, man, what would that be like if I could just only do music,
Yeah.
And the one good thing that came out of it was that it gave me the opportunity to kind of really see what that would be like,
Yeah.
and I think it helped me, honestly. I write constantly, so to have this whole basically last year to just write. I was writing every day, literally.
Wow.
I have tons and tons and tons of songs. Not that all of them are great or anything, but I would just constantly write because I had the time and the opportunity to.
Yeah.
Now, the flip side of that is that no matter what it is or how much you love doing something, when you're doing it all the time, it can get really boring and dull.
Yeah. You start to, yeah.
So I also learned that, getting to do the thing that I loved all the time can be really boring sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I had that same problem. Like I was in the beginning of the pandemic in February, I started doing IG lives and I was doing them like 6 days a week. And then I did that all the way until November. And I was like, I'm really starting to not like this anymore.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's really wearing me out. And I'd have to like reserve my life around it because, I'd have to be home by 7 to do them, And
Right.
so and we didn't have much going on, but at the same token, it was like I still don't have like a life at night,
Yeah.
And so I'm just not the like inside type. So I'd like take walks or something like that, but I couldn't do any of that because I had to be home. So that's where I totally understand. Like you'd kind of get tired of it, and you're just kind of like, I don't know if I like this anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
Totally.
do I really want to do this full time? Like,
Yeah. I would be writing and writing so much, like every day, constantly, that some days I would just wake up and be like, I don't want to do anything music related whatsoever.
Right. Yeah. I hear that on many levels. I would like just not even listen to music. Like I would just be
No,
like,
me
I
too.
can't even do
Totally,
it.
totally.
Like I don't
And
want
I'm, you know, we're people who are obsessed with music,
yeah,
so to have that feeling was kind of weird, honestly.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, wait a minute, I don't like doing this right now? That's crazy.
And my friends were like, because I think it probably lasted like a week and a half or so before
Yeah.
I decided to like make a turn and change and do it like a couple days a week, and and so they were like, I haven't heard you play any music in a while. Should I be worried? Should we, you know, commit you? Is there something we need to do with you? And I was just like, I just don't feel like it.
Yeah,
Like,
totally, totally.
I just want to watch TV and forget that we're out.
Yep, yep.
That's awesome. Well, why don't you tell us about your like what's going on now and your music and stuff that's going on now, and you know, kind of
Yeah,
bring everybody up to speed.
absolutely. Hi, everybody. Man, look at everybody on here. I love it. What's up? Hi, babe. What's up, Trav? What's up, Alan? What's up, JD Hicks Band? Dang, nice to meet you, man. Yeah, this is cool. Let's see. So Narrow Pines, as a solo artist, I pretty much always went by my name. So I didn't want to do that. Going back to kind of doing my solo stuff, because well, one of the main reasons is I went on like I'm a weirdo, and I went on, you know, Apple Music and whatever, and looked up my name.
Yeah.
And there were like so many Aaron Wilsons that came up, and I was like, I'm not gonna, no, like I'll totally get lost in that mix, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, and I've had the name Narrow Pine sitting around for a little while, and I've always really liked it. It comes from like my favorite trees here in the PNW. Like
Yeah.
they're really tall pine trees, but the branches don't start till way at the top, you know, so it's just like a long, skinny trunk.
Yeah.
I love those trees. I'm obsessed with them. So that's where the name comes from. And I just thought that would be a good name to go with, kind of like a band name as a solo artist name rather than my own name.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be more interesting. So yeah, with this, I'm kind of going back to kind of my roots, so to speak. Very Americana, kind of alt country rock kind of stuff. Very Springsteen, kind of Tom Petty influenced, Conor Oberst, you know, newer artists that have totally influenced me are like American Aquarium and Sarah Shook and the Disarmers. Like just, I just love that Americana kind of alt country sound, and I always have. That's kind of what took me to Nashville when I lived there. That's the sound I was doing. I just always loved it. So yeah, that's kind of basically the stuff that I'm doing now. And because of the pandemic, I have like tons of songs. And so I'm so excited, and I can't wait to be able to start playing out. You know, which will be interesting. We'll see what the clubs and everything look like and how that pans out with everything. I've noticed and seen that, you know, some shows are happening in a limited capacity and whatnot. You know, I've been watching kind of what Tim's Tavern is doing. I love them over there.
Great.
And, yeah, and I saw that, you know, Martial Law Band has the show coming up at Numos soon, which is...
I'm going to be there.
Yeah, that's really cool to see.
I'm excited. They're doing this like restart series or something. And I haven't been to Numos in forever. I think that I swear to God, they were the last band I saw at that place.
Oh, really?
So I'm pretty sure. So like,
Nice.
I'm so excited because it's such a great venue too.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So we'll just kind of see how that all pans out, and I just want to make sure that, you know, everything is safe and all that kind of stuff. But I really can't wait to go out and play out. I mean, even if it's just doing like an open mic or something, like I haven't played out in so long. Like I'm excited to.
Yeah.
But I have a whole band put together now, which I'm super excited about.
That's exciting.
Yeah, everybody's super talented players. It's sounding so good. We've had a couple rehearsals so far, and it's just sounding great. And I can't wait to get out there in front of everybody and see the reaction and get the vibe and the energy from everybody. It's going to be exciting.
How does it feel to not be the one-man show anymore, to have the band with you and to that camaraderie and that?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I've wanted for a really, really long time. But, you know, I also know I've been doing this for a long time, so I
Yeah.
understand and know how difficult it is, or can be sometimes, having a group with so many people in it. It's just, everybody has their own lives. Everybody's doing their own thing. So it can be difficult sometimes getting everybody together. And
Yeah.
but everybody that I have right now playing together is just all on the same page. It's really cool. So I'm excited. That's definitely the difference of being able just doing stuff by myself. I can go do whatever I want whenever I want. As it's up to my own schedule.
Yeah.
But being in a band, you have everybody else's schedules. You have to take in consideration and all that kind of stuff. And so, two can be very drastically different at times.
Yeah. Right.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I have a puppy and she's attacking the phone.
My puppy did that too, so I totally understand. That's why she's out there.
No.
Yeah, in the beginning when I had her, when she was just 3 months old, she would just find the stick to just like attack, or she'd trip over it because she doesn't know her own feet.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious. And
Yeah.
one interview, like you could see the whole thing just going like this, just go down.
I won't be
That was my
surprised.
puppy.
I will not be surprised if that happens at all.
I would not blame you. It happens. It's happened to me twice.
I'm gonna try and keep her under control.
What's her name?
Her full name is Hashtomi. We call her Tomi for short.
Hashtomi. Where's that come from?
Tomi. No, I might have to put her up. Sorry.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, sorry. She's totally attacking the phone right now. She's attacking the stand. Sorry.
Yeah. That's exactly what mine did. She was like, "Ooh, chords and things I can play with."
Yeah, there's like the little like nubs on the end
Yeah.
of the stand, and she's
Yeah.
like, picking at them.
Yeah, I don't have those because she ate them off.
That's probably what'll
Chewed them
happen.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what'll happen throughout this interview for sure.
What kind of dog is she?
She's a border collie.
Oh, those
Yeah,
are
black
so
and white.
cute. Yeah, so cute. I have a yellow lab and a blue heeler mixed, but she looks more like a yellow lab. And she's now 10 months old, and yeah, she's been this whole process with her being a part of the LMS thing. I was just like, oh my god, good luck. She in the beginning, she was just like everywhere, and I'm like, I don't know if I can pay attention to you guys. Like,
Yeah.
this is crazy.
Her name Hashtomi is Choctaw. It means sunbeam.
Choctaw or sunbeam.
That's my wife.
Oh, what's
Given-
is that it? What's Choctaw? I don't know what that is.
Native American.
Oh, I kind of figured, but I didn't want to like outright ask. Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's amazing. Is her name Courtney? Court.
That's her. Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us, Courtney. We appreciate you.
I mean.
Thank you for teaching me something new. I just did not know that. Yeah. So I'm totally excited to like hear your new song. Like, I just want to like, I just would like to hear it. So do you mind playing today? Like,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I had a couple songs I've been practicing just in case.
Yay! I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's dive into like the more like more recent songs. Can you kind of give us like a breakdown of one of them and like how you wrote it, and how, like maybe one that's like more personal and it means something? I mean, I guess everybody kind of has their songs to their babies, but one that's kind of a little bit more personal.
Yeah, I think a lot of these songs are I'm actually trying to write, or not trying. I'm more geared towards writing songs that are not necessarily like about me or about my life.
Yeah.
I've done that for so long that it just kind of started getting monotonous and kind of sounding boring to me, honestly.
Yeah.
So I'm have been working on kind of broadening
Yeah.
my scope of kind of writing just about the world or characters or things I read or whatever kind of situations like that. Just something that's not necessarily sounds like a page out of a diary or something like that.
Yeah.
Not that those are bad, because those can be great songs.
Yes.
But yeah, I just wanted to do something just
Yeah.
different,
Yeah.
widen the scope.
Yeah.
Um, so a song I have called "Human Love" is, I guess, a little bit more kind of like a social awareness, political kind of song, sort of.
Hmm.
I don't want to say like political, like it's a protest song or anything like that, but
Yeah.
just modern society, in America and the world has just basically all just become political over the last, 4 to 6 years anyway. So
Yeah.
really doesn't matter what you say, people turn everything into political these days.
Yeah.
But it's more of like kind of a social song, I guess I should say. Um, Basically just kind of viewpoints on how talking more about that, actually, how everything shouldn't be about politics, and it shouldn't be about this side or that side, or basically people being pitted against each other.
Yeah.
That's all politics really is, basically.
Yeah.
It's a game of, here's my side, here's your side. I don't like you because you don't agree with my side. So
Yeah.
now we're on two different teams and we don't like each other.
Yeah.
That's all politics is.
I agree.
When you cut it down to the core of what it really is, that's all it is.
Yeah. Group.
Everything else is just blankets. Like
Yeah.
taxes, whatever, blah blah blah. Like it's all just smoke. What it really boils down to is we're just being pitted against each other for a game, basically.
Yeah.
Power game. It's a power
Right.
game. And what it should really, all the song is saying is it should be really about human love. It shouldn't be about, are you American? Are you not American? Are you this? Are you that? Are you not this? Are you not that? It should be more about, hey, we're people. Like, yeah, maybe we don't agree. No big deal. We don't have to agree.
Yeah.
But we're still people. Like, I can help you out. You can help me out. We can still be on some kind of level to where we get along and we can
Yeah.
help each other out, like to prosper. Not constantly being like this and I don't like you and oh you think this so screw you. Like that gets nobody anywhere, and I think that's been proven, especially over the last.
Yeah, like year.
Yeah.
For real. Yeah. I think it's a hard topic to dive into, almost, because it does kind of open up the discussion of the idea of not being on one side or another,
Right.
and it definitely opens up the scope and the perspective of everybody who has been kind of on one side or another of whatever issue it is, the pandemic, whatever it is you want to choose, politics, whatever. I think it's an interesting idea of kind of coming out of that and pulling yourself out of it and just saying, hey, we're all human. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, all of that is just, fundamental.
And I know there's a lot of people that don't want to hear that. They're like,
yeah,
oh,
exactly.
That's crap. Like,
yeah.
I started posting a while ago a hashtag it said hashtag no sides, which means
yes,
I'm not picking a side. I don't have to pick a side. You're not going to make me pick a side. And there were a lot of people that were upset that they didn't get it. They're like, just the mentality is so screwed up that so many people believe that you have to choose
that it's
one.
black or white, and it's
you
not.
have to choose one of these sides.
Yeah.
Or
I don't
else.
feel like there's a gray area, and nobody wants to sit in that gray area because it doesn't. For a lot of people, I find it doesn't give them the opportunity to be knowledgeable or they can be knowledgeable in one thing and like sit on that one thing. You're like, this is what it is, and this is who I am, and this is what I believe, and it's that one thing. And you're like, well, there's a gray area there. Like, that's great, but like, why are you boxing yourself into one thing? Like,
Yeah, and
just
at the same point, like, you don't have to agree with what somebody else believes.
Yes.
And you can believe what. I'm sure there's a lot of things that I believe from a certain side or group and there are things that I don't agree with from another side or group, but that doesn't mean that I'm on either one of those sides. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know.
Yeah.
It
I
can
think
get
that's
confusing.
awesome.
It can get confusing.
It can. It can, but it's also one of those things that's like I think it's a great notion of just a to have no side, to have not that idea of being open to other people and whatever it is, you know, and not being pigeonholing yourself into what one thing or one belief or one system, you know.
Yeah. The way I see it is I will always speak up against things that I feel are wrong.
Yeah.
I
No
will,
matter what it is, yeah.
I'll protest and I'll speak out against things that I believe are wrong. But that doesn't mean that I'm choosing one of these things,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I'm in the same boat. Like I don't necessarily agree with everything, you know. And I got really like criticized last year by family and friends and everybody that because I was raised by a police officer, you know, just and as a whole and it was like everybody was like, why are you sitting on that side of like demoting the police and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't sit on the side of that, but I agree with people are human.
Yeah.
Like, why can't I just protest that people are human? Like, why do I have to agree with the whole mission? Like, can I just agree that there's no side to be sitting on and that people are human?
And that's the whole thing. That's why everything is so freaking screwed up right now.
Yeah.
People, if people see you do one thing or say one thing, they equate it all to
Mm-hmm.
that one big grand message that
Yeah.
people are advertising or whatever, or falling behind. And
Yeah.
it's like, hey, maybe I just agree with this message more. That doesn't
Yeah.
mean that I'm this or that I'm that.
Yeah. Agree. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to be the rare 1% that we are that don't sit on a side of things and just and that you're you know you or me or anybody else that just is kind of like I just agree with being human and I just agree with being that there are things in the world that are not right and why should we be on one side or the other? It should just be okay, like we should just all agree to just get along.
I
Like,
think I think society in general and as a whole, like, you know, is uncomfortable if
yeah.
they don't know what the label is
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
So they get scared if
Yeah.
if you're not represented by a certain label,
Yeah.
that they can identify you or define you as. So
Yeah. Which is interesting in music itself. If you bring it back to music, like music isn't it's fluid, you don't have to be in a box of what, like, I mean, there's obviously, bands and things that are, who they are,
yeah,
when they play. It's
for
like, oh,
sure.
I know who that is,
Yeah, yeah,
the voice or whatever it is,
yeah.
But, I've always found that music is just something that has always been something that's fluid and there's no way to just pigeonhole yourself into, yeah, let's say you're a country, but you can do, country and rap or country and pop or whatever it is you want to do, like you don't have to like stick to one thing because music is so endless,
Yeah, yeah.
and I feel like if people would apply that kind of notion that like everything is kind of endless, you don't have to be in just one belief and one thing and one uh road,
Yeah.
that I think it would be a lot better.
Yeah,
You know?
and that's why there's like a billion different subgenres of every kind of music.
Yes. Yeah.
And, that's fine. I mean, I get it from that angle of, the music industry being a business, like
Yeah.
as much as I, am not the biggest fan of it, I mean,
Yeah.
you have to look at the
Me
reality of
too.
the situation, that's music industry is a business. So,
Yeah.
they have to label you as something to sell you.
Yeah.
And I get that. I'm in to play the game. I understand the game.
Yeah.
I may not like the game, but I acknowledge it and I know what it is.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm in it too, and I'm in the same boat. Like I'm just like, all right, I'll play, but like I'm not gonna be happy about it, and I'm not
Right.
gonna smile about it.
It's like I'll play, but I know the game, you know.
Yeah, yeah. You may think I don't, but I do.
Right.
Uh, well, if you want, you can. I mean, we have a couple of people on. If you want to start like with one song,
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
I can do that for sure.
Yes, I agree, Trav, that it does make a real artist when they are able to broaden their perspective.
Trav is also a great artist and a good longtime friend of mine as well.
Awesome.
Actually used to be my manager, but now he's an awesome artist.
Hey, that's cool. You should come on the show, Trav.
Yeah, Trav, for sure.
I don't know.
All right. So this is a song I was talking about earlier. It's called Human Love.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Actually just found out some cool news the other day that there's a label that is going to be putting this song out.
What?
As a single. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. It's called Big Panda Records.
Okay.
Phoenix Music Group.
Okay.
Mr. Brad Patrick, he used to be Jay-Z's manager. It's his label. So
Wow.
he sent him some songs, and he really liked Human Love. So he's going to be releasing this one as a single. So we'll be getting in the studio soon and tracking it, and then hopefully we'll get it out this summer. So,
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah. This
That's
is called
exciting, man. That's so
Yeah, I'm
awesome.
pretty excited.
Congrats.
I'm very excited. So this is called Human Love.
Cool.
Last day pass on, those fires still burn. Let our daughters be our teachers and our true leaders. Let equal mean equal and truth be truth. Let color only matter in our coloring books. Lift someone up, do your part. Cut out that fear from your fearful heart. It got nothing to do with American blood and everything to do with human love. I said everything to do with human love. All right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let teams be for sports, not for politics. If you're gonna be for the fight, at least know what the fight is. We have allowed this system of hurt, just as Leonard Peltier or Breonna Taylor, just as Chief Cochise or Ahmaud Arbery. Hey! Lift someone up, do your part. Cut that fear from your fearful heart. It got nothing to do with American blood and everything to do with human love. I said everything to do with human love. Lift someone up, I mean, do your part. Cut out that fear from your fearful heart. It got nothing to do with American blood and everything to do with human love. I said everything to do with human love. Human love. Human love. Human love. It's got everything to do with human love. All right. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, I
Cheers.
love it.
Human love.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that one a lot, actually. You
Oh,
definitely have
thanks,
like
Tim.
that.
What's up, Tim?
Yeah, hi Tim. You definitely have that like I totally can hear Springsteen in there, like totally.
I
With
love
the,
Springsteen.
yeah, it's got a little spring in there, just a
I love
little
it. Put lots of spring there. Put lots of spring in there.
bit. Yes, I agree with that.
And some
Yeah.
steam.
I think it's a great song, man. Like that was just like such a beautiful song, and lyrics are amazing. Like, well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, well done. I like the melody too, actually. It's very
Thank,
like I can bop, you know.
thank
I
you.
like the boppy song.
Tim's in a super rad band too called Rolling Coffin.
Rolling Coffin. I have never heard of that in my
They
life.
just had a new single they just put out called Runaway.
Oh. Every time I hear Runaway, I always think of that night, you'll probably know it, that 90s song, Runaway Train.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't remember who it's by, but yeah.
Soul Asylum. Soul
Soul
Asylum.
Asylum, there we go.
I love me some Soul Asylum.
Yeah. That's the only one I know by them, to be completely honest with you.
Oh, they're a killer band. They got some great songs.
I think it's their one-hit wonder, maybe.
They had a couple hits. Yeah.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
that was the only one I know of.
They're a killer band for sure.
That's awesome. Do you, what other bands kind of influenced you over the pandemic? Like, did you listen to or really like hone in on?
I mean, like I said earlier, like I kind of just recently found American Aquarium.
Yeah.
Who the singer, main singer songwriter BJ Barham. He's like one of the greatest songwriters I've recently heard in a long.
Wow.
They're basically considered they're a country band,
Okay.
but they're kind of like a little bit more of an underground country band right now.
Okay.
But his lyrics they cut for sure. They cut deep.
Yeah.
And, they're great. I really love. I just found Sarah Shook and the Disarmers.
Yeah, you
They're
said that earlier. I feel like I've heard that name maybe, but I'm not really sure.
they're like an alt country band, but man,
Okay.
they kind of have a little punk attitude to them.
Interesting.
They're incredible, super good. But oddly enough, like a while ago, like probably I guess it was the beginning of the pandemic. Like, man, I fell in love with Daft Punk.
Yes.
When I heard that they had broken up, I was so sad.
Yeah.
And that made me kind of made me dive like really deep into their catalog, and man, they're super incredible.
Yeah, one of my favorites. Like
their live album, I forget what it's called right now. One of their live albums, man, it's incredible and mind blowing to me. But yes, lots, man, so much stuff. That's like one of those questions when you're asked, you totally forget everything.
Yeah, it just all of a sudden goes away.
Yeah. I mean, I listen to music all the time, and I'm like, man, what was that? I can't remember.
I do that all the time too.
But those are ones that definitely
stand out,
jump out to me that I listen to constantly. Oh, another great artist. Two great artists from Texas that I recently found. Ryan Colwell.
Okay.
He has an album that came out, I guess, maybe a year or so ago called The Last American, I think it's called. Okay. Super good, really good. And I just talked to him the other day, actually, through Messenger. He's really cool, but great album. And then another band from Texas called Thieving Birds. Okay. Kind of like an alt country band. They I feel like they have a little Black Crowes in them also. Like,
okay,
really, we're super good though.
Yeah, I love the Black Crowes. They're really awesome. Like, I have a lot of respect for them. They're a good band.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. How did you find your bandmates?
I found Chris, the guitar player, through Craigslist. Okay. Which Craigslist is a friggin' nightmare trying to find anybody to play with.
I can imagine.
Oh my God. I can't even get into that. But all I will say is, if you put out an ad or respond to an ad, and then you don't play that kind of music or even want to play that kind of music, why would you respond to the ad? Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. But
I can't even with people.
uh, it's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I mean, yeah. There's just real quick. There's one bass player that responded to me, and I put out the ad, laying everything out very clear, what kind of
Yeah.
music I'm doing, what I'm into, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Dang, what's up, Adrian? Um, and this bass player responds, and he's like, "Yeah, I'd love to hear some tracks." So I sent him some of the demos or whatever, and then he responded, and he was like, "Oh, this isn't the kind of music I want to play." And it's not like the demos I sent him are not
Yeah.
what I listed. Like, it's not like I sent him jazz recordings. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, man, oh. Anyway, Craigslist is a nightmare. It's a freaking dumpster fire. But I found I found Chris through Craigslist. And he's a great guitar player and really great co-writer as well with me.
Awesome.
And then kind of. And then Dan, who's playing bass, I found him through like a Facebook Seattle musicians group or whatever.
Yeah.
Literally lives like basically like 10 minutes away from me, oddly enough.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then Sandy, who's playing piano and doing backups. Actually, Matt, who books at Tim's Tavern, put me in contact with. I feel bad, I'm not going to remember her name right now, but she plays keys in a local band that's again, of course, I can't remember the name right now. I'm forgetting everything. Date Night. Sorry, Date Night. She plays keys in
Devin
Date Night.
Dodge?
What is it?
Devin Dodge?
I don't remember.
No.
Anyway, he put me in contact with her, and she put me in contact with Sandy,
Okay.
who is playing keys and
Oh yeah, they
singing.
have two keys players.
Oh, do they? Okay.
What is her name? I'm sorry.
I
I had her on my show.
I feel bad. I'm sorry. I can't remember either.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I don't know. Yeah.
and then Delric, I saw was recording with an acquaintance of mine who's a local producer in town. Amit, Amit
Oh,
Sound,
yeah.
right? Yeah. Delric was recording drums with somebody he was recording, and literally just on a whim, I didn't even know him. I was just like, I don't know, he looks like a cool guy, and he's playing drums, and it sounds good.
Yeah.
So I just sent him a messenger message, and I was like, hey, man, I don't know if you've been into it, but I'm looking for a drummer, and he was just literally, he was like, yeah, I'm down. And
Awesome.
he is amazing, awesome drummer.
Yeah.
But yeah, just that's kind of how I found everybody.
Gosh,
The long-winded
kind
story.
of easy. I feel like it was kind of easy. Like,
I just made it sound very easy, but it really wasn't. Trust, I went through so much crap on Craigslist trying to find people, and yeah, it's a nightmare.
I can't even imagine. And that's where like a lot of people I find try and look for musicians.
Yeah.
Where like I feel like the Facebook groups are a little bit better because there's,
Yeah, I
musicians, unite or whatever, like all those Facebook groups. And I feel like those might be a little bit more legit than Craigslist, but like it seems like that's the place to go to get musicians though. Like I know there's a lot of bands that have come together because of them or because of that, so but I can imagine it probably is a nightmare. I mean, Craigslist is kind of a nightmare to begin with.
True. Yeah. I kind of started getting the feeling. I kind of started getting the feeling that like everybody who posts or responds to anything on Craigslist really doesn't want to do what you want to do. They want to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
So even if they're responding to your ad that you posted, and they're like, oh yeah, I want to hear something. This is exactly what I want to do. Like at the end of the day, I think they really just want to do what they want to do, and they're hoping that you'll want to do what they want to do instead of what you want to do.
Yeah.
That probably sounded really confusing, but
yeah, no, I got you. I feel like that's probably true. Like I feel like people just hope for the best, and they're just like, hey, maybe this guy can slip in what I want.
Right. Right.
And, like all the songs I've been posting are held back from the pandemic, and maybe he'll play mine too.
Sure.
Which is hard on. I guess I can imagine that would be really hard on you because you're looking for something specific.
Correct. Yeah.
And it's like why even waste your time at that point? Then,
But at this, it takes time. It's not like the first person you encounter is going to be like the
yeah,
person.
yeah,
I mean, sometimes it happens, but usually it takes some walking through some crap first.
yeah, right. Those trenches that
Yeah,
everybody talks about.
yeah, exactly.
Well, at least kind of know a better way to go about it if you do. Let's hope these guys stay with you. But
Yes.
in the future, if something happens, we know to X out Craigslist.
Yeah. Don't even bother. Good Lord.
Well, I'm so excited for this song. I'm so excited that it got picked up from a label. I mean, that's just amazing, friend.
Yeah,
How did that feel?
I'm excited. It felt really good, after like a long time of just working hard and just, taking the time to write these songs, just
Yeah.
putting in the work, like any artist who puts in the work at the end of the day, like, they want it to be heard,
Yeah. Yeah.
no matter how much anyone might say, like, oh, I don't care what anybody thinks or whatever, like that. Like, like musicians, artists want their visuals or songs or whatever it is, song to be heard, movie to be seen, or book to be read, or painting to be seen, whatever it is, like
Yeah.
that's, it's in there. Part of the reason of why you do it is because you want people to hear it or see it or read it or whatever,
Exactly.
So it felt really good to get that feedback, from the president of the label to say, yeah, this is great. Like, I want to put this out,
Yeah.
That
Must be really validating.
Yeah, it felt really good, for sure.
Validating. Yeah.
It feels good when you work really hard and it pays off,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm totally excited for you, friend. Like, that is so amazing, and I'm so
Thank you.
proud of you for that. Like,
Thank you.
that's such great news.
I'm excited for everybody to hear it, for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's a fantastic song, so
Thank you.
I can't see it not doing well. So
Thank you.
But okay, so I've been asking everybody since the pandemic started just one question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So the question is, since we're kind of coming to an end, unless you want to play more music, then we can wait and you can play another song. Whatever you want to do. What do you feel?
Later, Nick. Sorry, you gotta get back to work. Yeah, I could play another song real quick. Why not?
Okay,
Yeah.
Go ahead, and then I'll ask you after.
You got it. You got it. All right, this is called Slow Learner.
Okay.
Kind of like just a super catchy, fun song about learning your lessons over and over and over again, basically.
Yeah. I feel like I do that a lot.
Which I've done. Yeah, which I've done, and I still do sometimes.
Yeah, right.
So that's what it's called. Slow Learner. It goes like this. I'm a slow learner, but I figure it out. Sooner or later, I'll start coming around. Hey! Ran my mouth maybe a time or two. Learned all about the golden rule. Stole her 20, slipped it right in my jeans. Snuck out and spent it on a fantasy. Rolled the dice and played against the hands of time. I'm a slow learner, but I figure it out. Sooner or later, I'll start coming around. Knock me 2 times down and 3 times out. My head is stubborn, but my heart ain't proud. Whoa, hey, yeah. Whoa, hey, yeah. Talk some shit and got put in my place. Wouldn't let it go and caught it right in the face. Easy ain't the road I chose to take. But you'll never learn a thing playing it safe. Rolled the dice and played against the hand of time. I'm a slow learner, but I figure it out. Sooner or later, I'll start coming around. knock me 2 times down and 3 times out. My head is stubborn, but my heart ain't proud. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah. I'm a slow learner, but I figure it out. Sooner or later, I start coming around. Knock me 2 times down and 3 times out. My head is stubborn, but my heart ain't proud. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah.
Okay, I really like that song.
Ah, thank you.
Like, that's a bop. I would put that like on a road trip mix.
Awesome.
You know,
I love a good
I feel
road
like
trip
that's like
song.
a like your hand out the window, kind of like playing with the air, and
I
you know.
love a good road trip song for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Scotland in the house. We got Night Owl in the house. They're
Dang, what's
Scotland.
up?
Yeah.
What's up, Scotland?
Yeah. He's been diligent the last couple of days, being on almost every show. It's crazy.
Awesome. Nice.
I appreciate it. Yeah. I love it.
Thank you.
So yeah, I love that song. I think that's of the two. I mean, not to say that Human Love is not good, but I'm all for a good bop.
Yeah. Thank you.
But I really like that one a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna release that one as well for sure.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I would totally put it on a list. I would put them both on a list, but you know. I'm all like about the road trip, like summer jams right now. You know?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
But, well, friend, I am so. Oh, I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, here it is. So it's not anything like crazy. It's just something fun. My question is: you are with the pandemic. You're stuck. Like, you can either be stuck in your own home, or and there's nothing in it, or you could be on an island. You can choose, but you're by yourself. You can only have 3 things. What would you have? Any kind of noun, person, place, or thing.
Yeah, man, 3 things is rough.
Yeah.
Well, definitely an island for sure.
Okay.
I don't do well if there's one thing the pandemic has taught me is that I don't do well being enclosed in a box for a long period of time.
Right.
So definitely an island for sure. Definitely an island, and I was gonna say that. Of course, I was gonna say that. So an island, and obviously my wife, of course.
Okay.
And then 2 other things. Man, like you got to make them good, right? Because there's only 2 more.
Because you have the choice of bringing something to help you cook. You have the choice of bringing like your guitar, like
I think my wife is right, actually.
Let's see.
It would be my wife, LaCroix, and
LaCroix. That's amazing.
And if I had a 4th, I'd bring my boy Adrian. But yeah,
awesome.
I definitely need. She's right. I definitely need allergy meds for sure. And obviously, I've been drinking LaCroix the whole time. So.
That's so great.
She knows me too well.
That's amazing. Well, we appreciate you, Courtney, for chiming in.
Dang, what's up, Chris? We got Chris and Adrian on here. Oh man, we got to get up to Big Bear.
That's awesome. Yeah, would you bring a guitar? Would you trade any of? Obviously not your wife, but would you trade?
I would. I'd trade LaCroix for a guitar for sure.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I'll give you a 4th one, and we'll just assume she's coming, and you can have the LaCroix and the guitar.
Excellent. That way, well, we're not thirsty. We got music.
Exactly.
And I wouldn't die.
It gets a little crazy.
And I wouldn't die from my allergies. So.
Yes, if it gets a little crazy, You got some allergy meds and it won't kill you.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, I thank you, friend, for coming out. It's been so much fun, and it's been so long, and thank you so much for sharing your music with us and
Thank you. Thanks for having
going
me.
back on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did you have anything you want to tell anybody, like release dates or anything? Like,
I don't know any release dates yet.
okay.
The single will be released. Hopefully, we get it released this summer.
Okay.
And I know that the label is hoping to get it released soon, so I'm hoping to get it recorded and tracked and get it out there soon. No timetable yet, no dates, unfortunately, but you can keep checking, on the Instagram pages and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'll there.
Yeah.
No shows on the dock yet, but we're gonna get out there soon, hopefully.
Working on it. Well, I will definitely be there once you do, because I'm excited to see you live. And
Thank you so much.
everybody go and follow him and stream his music, and let's support him because he's awesome and we love him.
Thank you
here.
so much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you again for coming.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a great day, everybody. Bye.